Okay, hello, and welcome to the 14th episode of the season 2 of the quiz show. Thank you for all the love to all the episodes. This is our final episode in this trip to Noida, and lots of nostalgia because, like I said earlier, this is where I did most of my most of my school quizzing in this specific city, Noida, which is New Okhla Industrial Development Authority. Wow, okay. Now we have, as you guys have seen, the insane journey of Shivam in the last 2 episodes. Shivam is a great story when it comes to what I think quizzing stands for, because Shivam just thought कि कुछ तो हो रहा है आसपास. He hasn't watched quizzing. He's not a regular viewer of the channel or anything. He came and then he has been destroying so hard in the last 2 episodes that you guys saw, and he's been deducing questions. We are deducing together. It's been a beautiful journey. Let's see. He has 2 new challenges in this episode. We'll start with Anshula's quick intro. Anshula, we've seen in quizzing with members earlier. We've also seen her in the quiz show, season 1, in our Mumbai episodes. But Anshula, just to refresh everyone's memory, quick intro.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Anshula. I'm from Delhi, born and brought up here, studied, worked a bit here, and now I'm doing my master's in Mumbai.
Nice. Big round of applause for Anshula. Shivam, anything new you want to add to your intro?
Once again, I'm Shivam Bahuguna, Assistant Professor Jamia Hamdard and PhD Scholar South Asian University. And this was the third time, I've been introducing myself.
Something new, so, some hobby, okay.
Some hobby.
Some hobby that you enjoy doing.
I like exploring food. I sometimes like to play guitar, and
nice.
That's it.
Which is your favorite restaurant in Delhi NCR?
Which is, recently I've been exploring Tibetan and Northeastern food at Humayunpur.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Abhinav, quick intro.
Hi, my name is Abhinav. I'm also from Delhi, and I've always done quizzing as a hobby. Really qualifying for these stage rounds. So, nice. In fact, I stopped quizzing, and during COVID, my wife and I, we started watching your show.
Thank you.
And then when we found out this was happening, so that's why we came here.
Nice. Any school, college, anything where you went to study, where do you work, ऐसा कुछ?
ऐसा कुछ बता दूंगा, but nothing interesting.
अच्छा, nothing. But where it happened in Delhi?
I studied in Pilani,
Pilani,
and
okay.
my schooling happened here in Delhi itself, Springdales.
Springdale, Dolakwa?
Pusa Road.
Pusa Road.
Yes.
Nice. Just showing off Springdale, Dolakwa. I won a quiz once when I was in school. It was a big deal because schools from Noida didn't used to win in such events, and we were on stage, and I very fond memory from Springdale, Dolakwa. Defeated Naval Public School. I still remember they were runner-up, and we won. Okay, cool. Let's begin. Let's do it. Anshula, Shivam, Abhinav, you all know the drill, so I'll not repeat the thing. Okay. First question, direct for Anshula. Anshula, Lord Dawson, physician of X, gave X a deliberately lethal dose of morphine and cocaine as he lay on his deathbed so that he would die in time to make the following morning's headlines. Dawson even called his wife in London to tell her to let the editor of the Times know to hold back publication. In his notes, Dawson pointed out, he wrote, and we quote, the importance of the death receiving its first announcement in the morning papers rather than the less appropriate field of the evening journals. Whose death are we talking about?
Okay. I will say Winston Churchill.
Not Churchill. Going to Shivam.
Again, because it's a British guy, so I'll go with a British guy. Is it Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
Not Arthur Conan Doyle. Going to Abhinav.
Pass.
Okay. Let's start with hints. Okay, so one word that I removed from the first line, I'll add that as a hint. Lord Dawson, royal physician of X. Okay, that will narrow down your guesses, right? So he's royalty. But British is, of course, very good track. British royal. Okay. Now the interesting thing is this, that it was essentially, some people call it one of world's first known euthanasia. Some people call it a murder. So there are many theories and discussion till date. Now, of course, we are talking about a king. Itna to clear hai? Now, does anyone want to block, or should I give you a specific hint for the... Not blocking, all of you? More hints? Okay. He's the only monarch to have actually visited India as a monarch. Okay, we'll take a round with that. That's the last hint. Okay, so the reason, there are so many kings and queens, right? But the reason we made this question is because he has a very direct India connection. He literally visited not just India, but where we are right now, came to the city. Not Noida, Delhi. matlab, just itna bhi nahi. Close enough.
I'm just trying to put some right combination of name and
That's important
regnal
now.
number.
Yeah, name and number is important now, yes.
George the Fifth.
Beautifully done. Yes. Cut the right chord. King George the Fifth. And 5 points to you for this. Anshula gets King George the Fifth on the left and Lord Dawson on the right. King George the Fifth came to India. Delhi Darbar happened here in Delhi, 1911. Gateway of India was lots of India connection. King George the Fifth. Okay. So very random trivia again. Significant part of my childhood was in a city called Ara in Bihar. Anyone else ever heard of Ara? Ara? And Ara had a church when we were growing up in school. Very fancy church. Like ऐसे शहर में इतना fancy church क्यों है? We used to wonder. And then somebody told us कि King George the Five यहाँ से क्रॉस किए थे और ऐसा हो सकता था कि वो रुक के प्रेयर करते तो उनके लिए चर्च बना था. तो we thought this is some come on, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? I thought it's some one of those urban legends that small towns particularly have. Then I grew up and I did whatever it is, and I realized it was true. He was coming from Calcutta to Delhi, so he had planned a stay there, and they were like, what if he has to pray? Then we don't have a church worthy of a royal. So Ara has a church for King George the Five, and Ara had a road, I think still called KG Road. Okay, and maybe later changed to Mansa Pandey Road or something. And KG Road literally stood for King George Road. I'm getting goose. I don't know if you can. There is a road in Ara named after King George, because that road actually connects the station of Ara, the railway station, to the church. So if he got down at the Ara station, he would have taken that road to go to the church. King George Road, KG Road. Crazy. Or as we say in Ara, KG. Okay. Next, direct to Shivam. Shivam, now a brand question. Glenn Dash was a former Marine who found himself jobless and purposeless after the Second World War. Wandering around the streets of his city and watching long queues outside restaurants, he soon discovered a business idea. So, in 1962, he took some items and his last name, which is blank, Glenn Dash, and started the new restaurant. Initially, the brand logo had a massive vibrancy to it. Glenn based the logo on the colors of his country's flag. Coincidentally, all the colors turned out to be extremely relevant to the food industry: yellow, green, and red. Which brand are we talking about? So just to clarify, before you get into it, because I have a feeling you'll go into yellow, green, red, the current logo as we know the brand does not necessarily have yellow, green, and red. But the initial logo had. Now it has changed.
Should I guess now?
Yes, go for it.
Is it Burger King?
Not Burger King, but good template. Going to Abhinav.
Wendy's?
Not Wendy's. Going to Anshula.
I was hoping they won't pass so soon. Okay, I'll pass for now, I guess.
Pass?
For
Okay,
now, yeah.
cool. We'll start again with Shivam. So like I said, Burger King was a great guess, but the template has to be that. Food item, name. So it can't be Wendy's, or it can't be like, it's very clear food item and name. Okay? Now hint. Big hint, I feel, is that he was Mexican. Yes?
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, yes. Started Taco Bell. 5 points. 5 points there to Shivam. He started Taco Bell. Taco Bell. So his name was Glenn Bell. That was the initial Taco Bell logo. So it had a lot of vibrant colors from the Mexican flag, and now it's literally Bell. Innovation reverse. Next, direct to Abhinav. Abhinav, this is a book. I'll read what it says, so you don't have to stress. A novelist who writes in universal language, says the New York Times. Hippie, the new worldwide bestseller by the author of Dash. So that is another famous book. Now let's look at the hints. In this book, the author tells the story of a young, skinny Brazilian man with a goatee and long flowing hair who dreams of becoming a writer, and Carla, a Dutch woman in her 20s who has been waiting to find a companion to accompany her on the fabled hippie trail to Nepal. Who is at the center of this book? Who is the author? Protagonist is also inspired from him and all that.
Is this Gregory David Roberts?
Not Gregory David, or not Shantaram Panda. Going to Anshula.
Now you can't clarify things,
Mhm.
obviously. Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah.
No. Going to Shivam.
Okay, purely because I can't think of any other Brazilian names. Paulo Coelho.
Yes, that's all we had to think of. Paulo Coelho, of course. 12 points there. That's all you needed. This is what I was telling you about how we are discovering quizzing together. So Shivam has been doing this since first episode. That's all you had to focus on, okay? And from the author of The Alchemist, of course. Brazilian man, Paulo Coelho, okay? Hippie. These are different covers of hippie. Okay, 12 points there to Shivam, which means next direct to Abhinav. In 1962, Magritte painted a gouache and an oil of his domain of Arnhem based on X's original story of the same name. So another author, okay? And domain of Arnhem is written by X. X is also known as the American master of dark romanticism, wrote, "No such combination of scenery exists in nature as the painter of genius may produce." Magritte's own version is his take on the ideal domain that can be forged in the mind's eye and is imagined in the story. Who inspired Rene?
Pass.
Pass? Abhinav? Okay, going to Anshula.
Edgar Allan Poe.
How?
I was looking at the eggs and thinking raven, but
Beautifully
oh
done.
my god.
Edgar Allan Poe, The Domain of Arnhem. Very nice. 11 points there to Anshula. It is Edgar Allan Poe. Which means next direct is to Shivam. I'm talking about a certain job, okay? A job or position is referred by the term débrazoir in French. The term is said to have originated with relation to someone who is employed to do everything in the certain establishments. Alternately, it is said to derive from a four-wheeled cart used for carrying around objects inside the establishment. Alec Baldwin, Robert Downey Jr., Al Pacino have all worked as X in their early days. Jon Stewart, American comedian, writer, and host of The Daily Show, also worked as X in his early days, and in fact, Stewart named his production company X Productions. What job are we talking about?
Can't think of any. I'll get just from the card. Trolley man? No.
Not trolley man. Going to Abhinav.
Bellboy.
No. Going to Anshula.
Concierge.
Not concierge. Okay, we'll start again with Shivam. It's obvious that Abhinav's guess was very, very good. He was almost there. Is that a hint good enough to take another round? It is? More hint? Okay. So, again, if you do dumb charades type break, then there is a vehicle that's in the name of the occupation. Like a mode of transport is in the name of the occupation. Is that helpful? Having already said that Abhinav's guess was very, very good.
I will go with. I think it's wrong, but I'll go with. What are those trucks called? I don't know. Truckman. No.
Truckman? No. Going to Abhinav?
Bellman.
Not bellman. Going to Anshula?
Busboy.
Busboy. Busboy. They've all been busboys back in the day. And busboy is now also used for like people who basically clear your tables when new guests come. Busboy. So 7, of course, to Anshula. Do you guys think Abhinav should get some points for bellboy in the first round or no? Some part points because he was almost there. He said he directed everyone toward the answer, bellboy. But not too much we can give, no? 4 points. Okay. Of course, that's Jon Stewart and I think, yeah. I think that's Ho Chi Minh. No? I think Ho Chi Minh was a bellboy, busboy, so not bellboy. Okay. Martin Luther King Jr. and Alec Baldwin. Okay, cool. Next direct will be to Shivam. Shivam, in a surprising and cheeky move, X has introduced a unique concept in Australia known as this. Blending their familiar sound with the Australian slang term for toilet, which is dunny. This initiative capitalizes on the revelation that 21% of Australian users engage with content while in the bathroom. This move underscores the X's dedication to engaging its audience through unconventional methods, proving that innovation knows no bounds. Who is X?
So, wait a second. X is a concept.
No,
So-
X is a specific answer. We are
Specific answer.
looking.
I'll go with Instagram Reels. Instagram.
Not Instagram. Going to Abhinav.
Netflix?
Netflix. Yes. 11 points there to Abhinav. It is Tudun. Tudun is blending their familiar intro sound with dunny. So Tudun is. And then 21% of users watch stuff while they're in bathroom. And yeah, we're talking about Netflix. These are Tudanis. These are bathrooms you can go watch Netflix. Okay. Because I was thinking कि review of the show will depend on how you कितना खराब था कैसा था बहुत टट्टी शो था भाई अरे हाँ of course क्या ही okay Abhinav gets 11 for Netflix, which means next direct will be to Anshula. Okay Anshula, two things I want here, a person and a film. So Y is a person, X is a film. In Y's debut film X, the married dominant caste Surya manipulates a Dalit woman, Lakshmi, into having an affair with him by pretending to be what people may today call woke. He tells Lakshmi, his domestic help, that he didn't care about caste or society, only to abandon her when she gets pregnant. While going back on his promise, the hypocritical Surya says, "What will the villagers think?" While many read the film's title, now the hint for the movie's title, while many read the film's title as a reference to the seedling of rebellion that begins to germinate in a village tired of dominant caste tyranny, Y, the director, said it was cast member Nag who plays Surya, who came up with the title. He said, and the reference was to the three of us, Anant Nag, Shabana and me, who were starting our movie careers. He laughed. The film would actually end up sowing the seeds of a parallel cinema movement in India. Identify the movie and the director.
Okay, I think there's a movie called Ankur, and I'll say, I don't know, Shyam Benegal.
Yes, perfect. 10 points there. To Anshula, it is Shyam Benegal's Ankur. Okay, this is Ankur by Shyam Benegal. I think Ankur completes 50 years this week or this month. Came in May 1974. And yeah, when I made this question, I was very proud of this because this is a very ideal quizzing question. I'll tell you why. Because there is a full movie plot. If you're a movie fan, you'll get it from the first para. If not, there are so many clues for the word Ankur, seedling of rebellion. That's first clue. We are all starting our career, so start of something. And the film would end up sowing the seeds of parallel cinema movement, which is Ankur. Ankur is, as you know. Okay, 10 points to Anshula. Next direct to Shivam. Shivam, Children of Mini Japan, Kuti Japanin Kudandaigal, is a Tamil language documentary film directed by Challam Benurkar and released in 1990. The film focuses on the plight of young, poverty-stricken children working in Dash in the late 1980s and the government's neglect of them. The children worked in factories, famed for producing fireworks and matches. The term Kutti Japan is a reference to which small town in South India?
So going by fireworks and matches, Sivakasi.
Yes, that's where you had to go by. Fireworks is correct. 10 points there to Shivam. It is Shivakasi. Children of Mini Japan. Kutti Japan in Kodandaiga. Kutti Japan. Mini Japan. Next direct will be to Abhinav. Abhinav, in 1979, a renowned band released an album that, while not intentionally inspired by any specific structure, has been interpreted as such over time. Fast forward to July 1990, a monumental live rendition of this rock opera took place, featuring a stellar lineup of artists. This performance, captured for future release, drew comparisons between the album's protagonist and a significant political entity. Two things. First, the album. Second thing, where did this 1990 performance take place?
Is this Pink Floyd live at Pompeii?
So you're saying the 1990 performance took place in Pompeii and album is?
I'm not sure about the album name.
Okay. No, passing to Anshula.
Is it The Wall at Pompeii?
The Wall in Pompeii. No, not reacting. Going to Shivam.
So the album is The Wall,
Hmm.
and the venue is Royal Albert Hall.
No, no. Okay, cool. We'll take one more round. All of you are on right track, but you're missing a big portion of the question. And all of you together are toward the answer. Like Abhinav started on the right track, but then you lost with the album and the place. Then Anshula took the album route nicely, but lost her way on the venue. And then similar with Shivam. The album name and the venue name is very proper relation between the two. And 1990 is a big clue. Is that helpful for you guys?
Have a guess.
We'll take one round. Tell me the album and tell me where the performance took place, starting with whenever Abhinav is ready.
Germany at Berlin Wall?
Hmm?
Not sure about the album.
Okay. Going to Anshula.
Okay, The Wall at Hyde Park.
What the hell?
Okay,
The
so
Wall in Hyde Park? No, sorry. Going to Shivam.
The Wall at Berlin Wall.
Oh man. Oh my god. The Wall at Berlin Wall. Anshula ironically said The Wall in the first round. And he said Berlin Wall. I'm like, okay, finish it. Now I'm confused. Oh my god. Okay, it's The Wall by Pink Floyd. Came out in 1979. And since it came out, people often thought it was an allegory to East Germany, to be specific. And then they actually performed after The Wall was brought down. So in 1990, they performed right there. Okay. 4 to Shivam. 4 to Shivam, 5 to Anshula, 6 to Abhinav. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Time for halftime score. Anshula on the back of 5 for King George the V. King George the V. 11 points for Edgar Allan Poe. 7 points for Busboy. 10 points for Ankur by Shyam Benegal. And 5 for The Wall. Anshula is leading right now. Narrow lead, but she is leading with 38. Then we have Shivam with 5 for Taco Bell. Then he got 12 for Paulo Coelho. 10 for Shivakashi. And 4 for The Wall at Berlin Wall. For exact answer. Shivam is on 31. 31. Abhinav not too far, just one question behind. 4 for Bellboy, Busboy Funda. Yeah. 11 for Netflix. And 6 for Berlin Wall in The Wall. 21 to Abhinav. 21. Okay. Now we'll start the second half. This is a direct for Abhinav. The order will be Abhinav, Shivam, Anshula now. Abhinav, this is for you. We are talking about a certain water body. This water body, X, is full of shipwreck. The sinking of the famous SS Edmund Fitzgerald on X has inspired a hit song, memorials, and various conspiracy theories. However, numerous other commercial vessels have also met tragic fates around Whitefish Bay, near Whitefish Point, Michigan. Among them, the wooden steamer Vienna sank in 1892, now a popular spot for divers. The Comet sank in 1875, claiming 11 lives. In 1884, the John M. Osmond collided with the Alberta, resulting in the drowning of 4 crew members. Additionally, the SS Cyprus sank near Deer Park, Michigan, in 1907 with only 1 survivor out of 23 crew members. This perilous area of southern X, spanning between Munising, Michigan, and Whitefish Point, has earned ominous nicknames like the Graveyard of the Great Lakes and the Shipwreck Coast, owing to the hundreds of ships lost in its waters. Tell me, which water body are we talking about?
So this is within the United States, based on, I don't know, Bermuda Triangle.
Not Bermuda Triangle. Going to Shivam.
No idea. Lake Tahoe.
Not Lake Tahoe. Good guess, but geographically, Lake Tahoe is thoda western. Going to Anshula.
Lake Erie.
Not, but good. Very close. You're getting warmer now, all of us. Lake Erie is good guess. So now hint is on these lines. The biggest clue here is graveyard of the Great Lakes. It's one of the Great Lakes. But there are just
Lake Superior.
Lake Superior. Yes, well done. Lake Superior. 5 points there to Abhinav. It is Lake Superior. Lake Superior is known as the graveyard of the Great Lakes. A lot of shipwrecks have happened in the Lake Superior. Okay. 5 points there to Abhinav. Next direct is to Shivam. Shivam, Gorillaz released their masterpiece, Demon Days, in 2005, an album that showed the group master their unique brand of electro-infused rock music. Now the album cover. The four-window portrait style set on a black background is inspired by the layout and design from somewhere, but with the Gorillaz cartoon character representations of the group's four core members. What was the commonly believed inspiration behind it? So one-line question, what inspired this album cover?
The Beatles album, like there's this album where the members of the Beatles are shown, like the four faces. So
Yeah, little more I'm looking forward to.
the Beatles, the first album, I would go like Beatles' first album. I also titled The Beatles.
Oh, okay, like that? No. Going to Anshula?
Help.
Not Help. Going to Help had that thing with them doing. Going to Abhinav?
Was there a Beatles album cover by Andy Warhol?
No.
No.
Okay, we'll start with another round. So just to make it obvious, it is Beatles is one half of the answer. It is a Beatles album cover. And Shivam was on the right track in terms of how the album looks. It's legit this. 4 squares with each face. That's all. Now I just need the album name for this round. The album name is also a really famous Beatles song. Does that help? Okay, we'll take one round.
Hey Jude.
Not Hey Jude. There's no album called Hey Jude. Going to Anshula.
Yellow Submarine.
Not Yellow Submarine. Okay, going to Abhinav.
Abbey Road.
Not Abbey. Abbey Road, 4 of them walking on that. It is Let It Be. It is Let It Be. 4 squares with 4. This thing. Yeah, direct inspiration for Gorillaz, this thing. Okay. So Shivam got Beatles and then nobody added anything, which means 5 to Shivam for out of 10. So yeah, Shivam gets 5 for only the Beatles, and then we didn't get the album name, which means the next direct will be to Anshula. Okay, before the question, it might look very complicated, so you can use a pen and paper, but it's very, very deducible. XYZ, so I'm looking at a 3-word answer. XYZ is one of the most surprising sports that have appeared in the Olympics. In the Paris Games of 1900, someone thought it would be a good idea to take the classic athletics event and do it on X, but it wasn't a great success. A Belgian army officer named Constant van Langendonk won the event with a Z of around 20 feet, roughly 6.10 meters. That same year, Alvin Kreinstein won the regular men's YZ with a Z of around 23.5 feet or 7 meters roughly, more than a meter farther than the X. What event are we talking about? Just give me X, Y, Z.
Okay, I'll say grass long jump.
Grass long jump. No, going to Shivam. Sorry. This is second half, no? Going to Abhinav.
Triple long jump. Triple long jump.
Triple long jump. So do it on triple, no? Doesn't make sense. Going to Shivam.
So X, I would say, is ice, and Y and Z would be surprising sports. Ice javelin throw.
No. Okay, cool. Time to start the second round. Okay. So, Anshula, you said what?
Grass long jump.
Okay, grass long jump. So long jump is correct. So you'll get points for long jump. Y is long, Z is jump. Now, some X long jump is one of the most surprising sports that have appeared in the Olympics. in the Paris Games of 1900, someone thought it would be a good idea to take long jump and do it on X. Now where we have diverted from the answer is, we have thought that people will jump on this, right? Grass, ice, etc. But it's very absurd. That's the point. अगर लोगों को बोल दिया grass पे, ice पे, it's still this thing. But this was a crazy sport. You had to. The game is not you are jumping on this. You are on something. Okay. You, for example, Constant Wang Landenbach won the event. Army officer, another clue, and he did 20 feet. That same year, normal long jump, May Alvin did 1 meter more than him. Then the X, that's another clue. So it can't be ice or grass. You know what I mean? He jumped more than X jumped. Is that making sense? Huh? We'll take one round. Okay.
Horse long jump.
Yes! There was an event called horse long jump in 1900 Olympics, where you had to do long jump, but you had to be on the back of a horse. Okay, and horse long jump, and normal human long jump was longer than this. It was 7 meters, and long jump with horse was 6 meters. So they abandoned this. Okay. Thankfully, Anshula, you got everything, so there's no point splitting. You first, when it was 10 points, say 3, you got 6 point something, and then second half it became 3. Okay, 8 points to Anshula for getting everything. Horse long jump, which means next direct will be to Abhinav. Okay, Abhinav, why are the English players here wearing jerseys with wrong names and even numbers? They are all. Bairstow is wearing 51, Broad is wearing 8, Moeen Ali is 18, Chris Vokes 19, Joe Root 66, James Anderson 9, and I can't see, so beyond it doesn't matter. Basically, you have to tell me the funda of why are they wearing wrong names.
Was this match happening on 1st April, April Fool's Day or something?
Oh, no, going to Shivam.
So just to be clear, because I can't see that much, so the names are basically the players, but they're jumbled, right?
No, like, yeah.
Sorry? Players and...
Players are the same. So like, for example, Moeen Ali is wearing Vokes ka something. Ben Stokes is wearing Bairstow. So they're all wearing wrong names.
Are they... Can't think of anything. Are they promoting some brand? I don't know, wrong? No.
विराट भाई का चलता है यार वहाँ. No, going to Anshula.
So I'll guess, are they raising awareness for like dementia or Alzheimer's?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. They're supporting people affected by dementia or Alzheimer's, where you tend to get confused between people, you don't remember names, and this was their way of supporting that. Wow, great crack. 12 points to Anshula. Yes, great crack. Which means we come back to Abhinav. Now just tell me, what does this graph indicate? Can you guys see the name from there? Okay. Obviously looking at a specific answer. Just tell me, what does this graph? There's a graph and a bunch of names.
This is the office, and how many seasons they lasted or something like that?
No, passing to Shivam.
Of course, this is the office reference, but how much they lie? Maybe like this looks like those lie detector test things. So how much they
How much they lie in the...
As in their cardiographic, like how much they lie during working.
Okay. No, going to Anshula.
I mean, the office and how much they speak.
Perfect, that's all. That was a big, great, crazy. The office was obvious. I mean, we've literally given you Michael, Dwight, Jim, Pam, everything. And this, how much they speak, and then if you see, it just makes sense, because Michael, just suddenly the graph stops, right? And then you have Creed, which is very, like, bits and pieces here and there. And then Erin has nothing in the beginning, but then, of course, a lot at the later. And Dwight, Jim have very consistent this thing, and so on. And like Robert California comes towards the end. So how much they speak, that's all. Words spoken by the office characters, episode-wise. Okay, back-to-back 12, very crucial 12 points to Anshula. Superb. The office was obvious, but words spoken by episode. Okay. which means the next direct will again be Abhinav. Abhinav, rectangular shaped deep dish pizza is called dash style pizza, as opposed to the round variety seen in other American cities or mostly all over the world. This is due to the fact that pizzerias in Dash, so Dash is a city, just to clarify, did not want to spend money on pizza pans. Instead, they improvised and used industrial part trays, which are meant to hold small mechanical parts in factories. What kind of pizza are we talking about?
Detroit?
Detroit, yes. Detroit, of course, big clue, of course, was industrial parts and all that. Detroit style pizza. 10 points there to Abhinav. And we come to Shivam. Shivam, the Sanskrit word dash means a large bird, which is often used for denoting a vulture. Other figures, apart from the figure that we are talking about, other figures with the same name include a serpent, a rishi, a son of King Ikshwaku, and Asura son of Hiranyaksha, who was the father of Vrikasura. This temple that you see in Kerala is dedicated to him. Who are we talking about? Essentially, we are talking about somebody. Yeah, go for it.
Specific person, like
Specific person, yeah.
Jatayu.
Not Jatayu, but yeah, I know you went for Kerala and yeah, nice. Going to Anshula
I was thinking
and
that-
Vulture also. Yeah, okay.
Is it Vibhishan?
Not Vibhishan. Going to Abhinav.
Garud?
Not Garud. Okay. Cool. We'll take another round. So first hint is don't focus on Ramayana, focus on the other epic. Okay. Nothing specific to Kerala from the geographical, reference of the, like Jatayu is a very obvious Kerala this thing, but not this guy. In fact, his origins are in modern day Afghanistan. Should I repeat hint? Is it getting confusing? Okay. So don't think of Ramayana, think of Mahabharata. Okay. Also point to tell our audience there is a wonderful series on Mahabharata on this channel. More than 40 episodes are out. Please check it out. This character in Mahabharata has his origins in the modern day Afghanistan. Yes.
Shakuni.
Shakuni. Well done. It is Shakuni. Okay. 5 points there to Shivam. Okay. Shakuni, now it makes sense. Shakuni, Gandhar,
From
Kandahar.
Afghanistan.
From
So
Afghanistan. Gandhar Naresh. He was the son of Gandhar, Prince of Gandhar. Okay, and that's from B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata. Okay, next direct will be to Anshula. Numerous legends envelop the Greek giant X. So we are talking about a certain Greek giant. In one tale, his hubris as a hunter leads to his demise when a small scorpion fatally stings him after he boasts of his prowess. Another story, another narrative depicts X's blindness after pursuing Merope against her father's will. To restore his sight, Vulcan directs his friend Kedalion to guide X towards the rising sun, which ultimately restores his vision. X later joins Diana in hunting, provoking jealousy from Apollo. Apollo tricks Diana into shooting X on the horizon, leading to his death. Realizing her error, Diana places X's body among the stars as how we know X. We know X because of this blank and X, mourning her grave mistake. Who are we talking about? Okay.
Okay. Is it Sagittarius?
Not Sagittarius, but good guess. Going to Abhinav.
Orion?
Orion, yes. The constellation Orion. Orion the hunter. Okay, Orion the hunter. He went for hunting and all that. Okay, Orion the hunter. So Diana killed Hunter and placed Hunter's body as the constellation Orion, mourning her grave mistake. Beautifully done. 11 points there to Abhinav. And we come to Shivam for the last question of this episode. Shivam, these are immigrants of various ethnic groups and regional origins and their descendants who migrated from various regions of India after the partition of India to settle in the newly independent state of Pakistan. The term refers to those Muslim migrants from India who settled in urban Sindh. The community also included stranded Pakistanis in Bangladesh who migrated to Pakistan after 1971 following the secession of East Pakistan in the Bangladesh Liberation War. What term are we talking about?
Muhajir.
Muhajir, yes, 10 points there to Shivam, Muhajir. Okay. Lots of us in India got to know about this term after Sarfarosh. That's Sarfarosh's contribution. Before we end, I just genuinely want to say that people think I'm being pretentious when I say this or needlessly humble, but I can't believe this is happening. Whenever I do stand-up and all, I'm like, theek hai, kar liya, joke mara, log has liya. But I can't believe that at 10 p.m. in a room in Noida, 50 people are sitting and we are discussing Edgar Allan Poe and Detroit Pizza, Shakuni, Orion, Ankur by Shyam Benegal. Who is doing this today? I don't think it's happening anywhere. So big shout out to you guys. It wouldn't have happened if not for you guys. Really, every time I do a quiz show, I really can't believe we are doing this. Saturday night, Noida. Come on, Paulo Coelho. Woo! Shivakashi, Kutti, Japan. Come on. The wall. Oof. Too good. Okay, time to have a look at the score. We'll start from right to left. Abhinav had 21 in the first half. He got 5 for Lake Superior, then 10 for Detroit, and 11 for Orion. Abhinav ends on 47. Well played, Abhinav, well played. Shivam had 31 in the first half, got 5 for the Beatles, Let It Be, then 5 again for Shakuni, and then 10 for Muhajir. Shivam ends on 51. Shagan ka 51. Okay, and the Giant Killer, winner of the prelims and then winner of the finale. Is it the first quiz show win, Anshula? First quiz show win, because Anshula has been in quiz show earlier. And are those episodes out? Oh, but YouTube tak to out ho hi jayega. And also she has won quizzing with members earlier. So this is her first win on the quiz show with 38 in the first half. Then 8 for horse long jump, 12 for supporting dementia and Alzheimer's by the English cricket team, and 12 for words spoken in each episode. And that's where she won. Those 12 back to back, that was her winning moment. Anshula ends on 70 and Anshula wins this episode. That brings us to the end of the 3 episodes. Okay, first book. Like if you followed the last 3 episodes, all the books I'm giving out today are books I bought in Noida, read in Noida. 2 books were won by Shivam, the Da Vinci Code and Crime and Punishment. This is a book for Anshula. This is Mark Tully. I'm a big fan of Mark Tully in general as a journalist and as a writer. This is a book called No Full Stops in India. This is for you by Mark Tully. Very old book. Thank you. We can post somewhere. Okay, I'll write a note and I'll give it to you. Okay, big shout out again to you guys. Thank you for doing this. Big shout out to you guys for being here. And of course to the team behind the camera for ensuring this comes on YouTube. It's crazy. And big shout out to the venue. This beautiful first time in Noida, dream come true. Follow us on Instagram @quizzing. And thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.